Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Today is the Most High Sabbath day. It's Today is what? May on the Gregorian calendar, May 31st. Okay, which is a Sunday, which is an annual holy day. Okay, one of the few times that you're gonna have a holy day on a Sunday, what some people would say. Okay, but today is an annual holy day. Some people know it as Pentecost. Some of the maybe apostolic side of the Christian perspective may know it as Pentecost. We Israelites know it as Shabbat. Shabbat is it's one of the all holy days are important. It's one of the ones though of the three. It's three of them really mentioned that you make a pilgrimage to the city. If you was around Jerusalem or Jerusalem in English, and this day marks a history, and it should be pretty interesting, and it's still current today that we should follow this holy day. I know a lot of churches modern day time will not, but I know a lot of people reference Acts chapter 2, but they don't observe it, so it's like going halfway. But today is Shabbat, and we're going to start in the Torah, in the law portion of the Bible, where it's commanded. And I'm going to start here at Leviticus, or Rikra in the Hebrew. And it's a special day. We're going to see what it commemorates. And this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And it says, "And ye shall count unto you from the morrow, after the Sabbath, from the day that thou brought the sheaf and wave offering." That's first fruits. Okay, the holy day before this one. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. So since we offered the wave offering, which was 50 days ago, just about 50 days ago. Okay. We are now counting 7 Sabbaths, which started last night, which is in as far as the beginning of the holy day, which started last night. Okay, we're in the midst of that, and it says, "Even until tomorrow, after the 7th Sabbath, ye shall number 50 days." And in the Roman system, Pente is 50. If I'm not mistaken, 50. Okay. Why some say Pentecost. Okay, 50, because Pente is 50. Okay, 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. So if we had the temple, we will offer the meat offering. Ye shall bring out of your habitation, so where you live, you should bring out 2 loaves of 2 tenths deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baked with leaven, unlike the feast of unleavened bread. You would not, but now you're able to bring these bad boys out. Okay, I got 2 of them. Another one over here. Okay. All right. And they are the first fruits unto the Most High. So a lot of our foreparents, like I say, we raised. This is the wheat. This is the time of the year for wheat to come in, okay? And we would offer our first first fruit offering of our wheat. And, we use wheat for bread here, We would be offering that until the Most High with a meat offering, okay? All right? This is the tradition, you know what I'm saying? We rehearse the righteous acts. Okay, and this is what we'll be partaking in. Okay, so and this is a memorial. We keep this holy day, but you're gonna find out it's more to it than this. Okay, it's a special day, more to it than this. Okay, but I'm reading the play how it goes out. 18. Ye shall offer the bread. Ye shall offer with bread 7 lambs without blemish, and of the first year, and one young bullock, and 2 rams, that thou may be for a burnt offering unto the Most High, with their meat offering, and with their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High. So, man, when you see that one bullock, y'all not only you offer 7 lambs, you had to have some lambs. You had to been doing good, and like I said, just to have that, modern day time, this would come into quite a bit of money. But see, money wouldn't be a problem if we was keeping the commandments like we supposed to, and doing right by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You'd be glad to give this. You know what I'm saying? The 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, so a year old, 1 young bullock, 2 rams, and it shall be for a burnt offering. Okay, let's go to 19. Then shall sacrifice 1 kid of goats for a sin offering. Phew. And 2 lambs of the first year for sacrifice of peace offerings. Okay. So these are the different type of offerings which you would offer, in the Pacific. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy unto the Most High for the priest. Okay. Also, okay, let's go to 21. And ye shall proclaim on the self same day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. So we would have an assembly unto you. Ye shall do no servile work. So we're not supposed to be getting paid money for work. You know what I'm saying? Therein it shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. So this is very clear. Wherever you live, it doesn't mean if you ain't in the promised land you can't do this statute, because that's bull. You know what I'm saying? It's bull winky right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever you are in your dwelling, it's a statute forever. So we're going to be doing this in the next kingdom throughout your generations, as long as you live. Okay? 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make a clean riddance of the corners of the field where thou reapest. We leave the corners. Okay, it's going to say why. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of the harvest. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and to the stranger. I am the Most High thy Elohim. It says that I am the Lord your God. So you will leave the corners of your field, and if you left some on the ground that you harvest that fell to the ground, it'll be for the poor. So everybody was able to participate in this. Okay. And also, this is in the old, what was called the Old Testament and the Renewed Testament, or what some people call New Testament. It ain't new. Okay. Renewed Testament. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about, bring you up to snuff. On this day in history, it is believed that the Torah, because remember, they traveled right in the wilderness from the land. Okay, they left Egypt during Passover. Okay, and they went in the wilderness for 40 days. Okay, and Moses ascended to the mountain, or Moshe ascended to the mountain, right? So that's where you're gonna get this 50 from. Okay, and some call it the giving of the Torah. This is the day that the Torah was given, on Matan Shabbat, as it is in Hebrew, the day giving of the Torah. Okay, if we used to say it in Hebrew, Matan Shabbat. Okay. So, and we can start with the giving of the law, which is also the wedding vows for the Most High's people. Exodus chapter 20. Okay. Now, this is the time when the Most High gave the law to Israel. Okay. And, we know that Exodus chapter 20 is where you get the 10 Commandments. But it just didn't stop there. The people stopped hearing it there. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, but let's read Exodus 21, the first commandment. It starts here. And it says, and the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, who have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. That is the first commandment. Thou shalt not have any more Elohim before me. Okay. And the second commandment, thou shalt not make unto thee a graven image. Okay. And he just went on, so on, so on. Like today is remember the Sabbath. Okay. Exodus 20 and 8, remember the Sabbath. Keep it holy. That's what we doing today. And so when we get down to Exodus 20 and 18, it was on Mount Sinai. It was a lot of lightning, thunder, sound. Just the Most High presence was there with smoke. You know, you was in the presence of the Holy One. You know what I'm saying? And man, them people was our ancestors. They were scared. They began to get scared because you know when the Most High speak to you, a lot of times He speaks to all your senses. It's not just you hear. You know, you can taste, see, and smell when the Most High speak to you. That was the miracle of that situation. You can taste what He's saying, see what He's saying, hear what He's saying, and smell what He's saying. And this was a weird feeling, you know. And I was just looking over here. You know, this is my a little it's for pain management or whatever, you know, like I said, a lot of times Bruce Lee used to use it back in the day, you know, where you put the electrodes on certain parts and you know, you turn the electricity up and it makes that muscle move, you know, if you're not used to this and you turn it all the way up, I promise you're going to hurry up and shut it off because you're not used to it and it's going to definitely get your attention. And I can imagine having the Most High there was way more than what that could be. But believe me, but that little box will make you jump if it's all the way turned up, and you turn it on and you ain't ready for it. You have to build a tolerance to handle that box. So I know that they was out of there, you know, in the presence of the Most High. And plus, some people had died right there because they didn't follow instruction. They went beyond the barriers, the boundaries that the Most High set. You know what I'm saying? And they had just got dealt with it. If I'm not mistaken, it was 3,000, you know, died on the set for when the Most High presence came up on that mount. Okay, and basically this was a marriage, you know, because they had a baptism when they came, a mitzvah, what we call a mitzvah, when they came through the Red Sea. You know, they was told to put on their white garments, you know, just the way a bride would, you know what I'm saying? They was having a ketubah, you know, and this was the contract was the Torah. Because in a marriage contract, in a ketubah or Hebrew marriage contract, it was between the Most High and Israel. Okay, this and the contract itself was the Torah, and he began to. This is the part where he began to ascend on the mount and tell the people, and I'm gonna show you that they say we will, okay, but I'll show you an example of that. But the Most High descended on the mount, man. The people was out of that. Okay, this is Shemot or Exodus chapter 20, verse 18, and it says, and all the people saw the thunderings and lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. So they got back and said unto Moses, speak thou unto us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. So they say, look here, Moses, man. Look, we gonna be back here, and you know. Why don't he tell it to you and then you come back and tell it to us? Because, man, we feel like we about to die up in this camp. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and Moses said unto the people, fear not. For the Most High has come to prove you that his fear may be before your faces, that you sin not. See, the people, you know what? Moses, Moses said, "Look here, man. I'm just putting it modern day. Look here, man. Most High over here. You know what I'm saying? You know, he want to be a face to face with you in the presence of the Most High. The smoke is on his heel. Although they wasn't looking at the physical face of the Most High, they seen the smoke, they heard the smoke, they seen the fire, the thunder. You know what I'm saying? That was enough. And it said, and he come to prove to you who he is, and that you should be fearing him at this time. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye see it not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where the Most High was. See, the man of the Most High, see, you know what? He kept the commandments of the Most High. You know, he was able to go into a closer presence than people that was not there yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to have a relationship. Because he was able to go to a place that the common folk could not go. You know what I'm saying? He had already communed with them 40 days, and they, you know, they're about to mess all this up. You know what I'm saying? They're about to go and they what ended up happening? Let me backtrack. They end up building another calf, and Moses come back down and had dropped his law. You know, that's pretty much what happened at the end of it. You know, he had to go back up to the mountain and get the commandments all over again. Okay, so, but, you know, seemed like you would have been scared, you know what I'm saying? Seemed like, I ain't going to say what I would have done because I wasn't there. Hard to say, you know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, it would have definitely got my attention. I'm pretty sure of what I know of myself, you know, that would have been enough for me. I ain't never wanted trouble like that, you know what I'm saying? Man, like I say, that had to be an experience. You can see, hear, or smell, you know what I'm saying, or feel what was being said. And it was loud too, you know what I'm saying? And the people stood afar off. It said 21, and Moshe drew near unto the thick darkness where the Most High was. And the Most High said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say to the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I talk with you from heaven. So it was no mistake. You know what I'm saying? The Most High saying, look, man, go tell the children of Israel, okay, I'm not a fake, I'm not a fraud. I came down and talked to you. And then he said, make sure you remember that part of it. Okay, well, I'm going to honor that. I'm going to go ahead and tell Moses. And Moses, he made sure that they know that I was here. And it was in my presence. So, you know, let it be known. Let it be put out there. And look, 23, you're not with me gods of silver, neither make gods of gold. And he's telling you the Pacific. He's going on with the laws. Okay? He's still going on with the law. Now, I'm going to go to Deuteronomy real quick, 27th chapter, to show you that they said, I do. Amen. I will. You know what I'm saying? Let's get there. Okay, here we go. This is Deuteronomy. Read the burial. 27 and 14, it says, And the Levites shall speak and say unto all the men of Israel with a loud voice, Cursed be the man that maketh any graven or molten image, an abomination unto the Most High, the work of hands of the craftsman that putteth it in a secret place. And all the people shall answer and say, they say, Amen. Okay, let's see, Amen here. Amen. That's what I'm saying. So it's basically saying, verily, truly, so be it. Okay. So it was some I do's there. I will. You know, do you love like in a regular marriage? Do you promise to honor, love, and respect? I will. You know, you say I will to all those things the same way that the people did. And there's some more laws. For example, the 17th verse, Deuteronomy 27:17. Cursed be he that removed his neighbor's landmark, and all the people shall say, Amen. You see after each one of them. Cursed be the one that maketh the blind to wander out of the way, and all the people say, Amen. You see what I'm saying? So they was in full agreement to what was I had got down. You know what I'm saying? It was in full agreement. Wasn't no misunderstanding there. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, he was he told Moses, you know what I'm saying, make sure I proved that I was there. But and the people agreed, after all this transpired, the people agreed. So now I'm gonna go out to the book of Acts, but before then I'm gonna go to Exodus chapter 6, verse 6, because this is a lot of people, y'all know that this is where we do the toast on the 4 toasts on unleavened bread. 50 days prior to this. And, this is a part of the plan, the Most High's plan. And we do it through the 4 cups. Exodus or Shabbat chapter 6, verse 6. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord. And it says, and I will bring you out under the burdens of the Egyptians. So the first cup is to bring us out. And I will rid you out of their bondage. So the second cup is deliverance, and I will redeem you out. And it says, and I will rid you out of their bondage. I will redeem you. Okay. So the third cup is redemption, with a stretched out arm and with great judgment. And I will take you to me for a people. And I will be to you a God, and ye shall know that I am the Most High thy Elohim, which bringeth you out from under the burden of the Egyptian. The last cup is here, acceptance. Okay, and let's look at Exodus chapter 19. Let's look at the wedding a little bit, because it was actually becoming the bride of the Most High. Okay, and that's what was going on there. So here we are at Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. It says, now therefore, if ye obey my voice indeed, and keep all my commandments, keep all my covenant, then shall ye be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people that are, for all the earth is mine. So let's read that again. A lot is being said there. Now therefore, if ye obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, okay, we gotta obey his voice and keep the covenant. That's what's being said here. And it says, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure. So we're not a peculiar treasure, we're not a special treasure until we obey his voice and keep his covenant, okay? And then after that, we'll be a peculiar treasure unto the Most High above all people that are upon the earth is mine. So he was very clear there. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. Okay, this is what we supposed to be. We was given a charge here. And holy nation. These are the words which I will speak unto the children of Israel. So he did that. Now, I'm going to keep on reading, and it says, and Moshe came and called for the elders, okay, of the people, and laid before their faces all these words that which the Most High commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, all that the Most High hath spoken, we will do. And Moshe returned the words of the people unto the Most High. So they agreed here. This is why they said, I do. This is where, from that point on, okay, the good that comes with something, or the bad that comes for not doing something, is gonna happen. Right there. Clearly, right there. Okay, 9. And the Most High said unto Moshe, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people might hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moshe told these words unto the people, unto the Most High. And the Most High said unto Moshe, Go unto the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. And on the third day the Most High will come down in the sight of all the people on Mount Sinai. And he set the bounds. Remember I told you earlier, he set the bounds or whatever, that they not come. And if they did, they'll surely be put to death, like the end of this verse 12 says. And just read the story. I'm not gonna go all into it, but they did wash their clothes and come up there. They were getting married to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And so just keep reading it down. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to make this video too long. But on this day, what we call Matan Shabbat, okay, the giving of the Torah, happened today. In time today. Okay, and also, renewed testament from our renewed testament ox, you know what I'm saying? I love that New Testament. A lot of churches that slam this one right here. Man. They have really done work with this scripture right here. And a slam this one. But anyway, this is Acts chapter 2 verse 1. And it said, I'm gonna show you why. And it says, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all on one accord in one place. Okay? And all of a sudden, there came a sound from heaven as a rushing mighty wind, and filled all the house where they were sitting. Okay? This is the men of Israel, the holy people, was there. They was here to celebrate Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? All the men of Israel, all the people that was commanded, it's the day that you were commanded to come, right? And they were here. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues, okay, like as a fire. Now, a better way of saying tongues is language. You know what I'm saying? They could have put language, it would have been more simple to really understand this. And it says, and it set upon each of them. Okay, let's look at this tongue. In the Greek. See? The language or dialect used by a particular people distinct from that of other nations. So, glossia, you know what I'm saying? See, this could have been translated in another language. See, when you say tongue, it almost sounds like what people use today, try to, doing a lot of mumbo jumbo and calling it like they really, getting it in or something. And they really not, you know what I'm saying? Because that didn't happen here. And I'm going to show you that beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's foolishness, you know what I'm saying? But you see people talking about they drunk in the spirit and all that falling out. Man, when you empowered by the Most High, he put strength in you. He don't knock you down like that. Show me one person in the Bible when they say the spirit of the Most High came upon him, that he didn't get empowered. You know what I'm saying? He definitely not drunk, walking around here drunk, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to say that when Abraham was there for the covenant, when he made and the Most High presence came and they passed by each other, he had to put him to sleep but he didn't make him pass. I just tell you, he went into a sleep because he was waiting so long, he was tired. And he went to sleep. Somebody just struck him and he just passed out and laid down. Okay, it wasn't like that. Because somebody will try to use that, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what happened. He was tired from keeping the buzzards and the birds off of the carcasses of the cutting covenant that he made with the Creator, because the Creator had certain animals told him to sacrifice, and he was waiting a long time in the heat. All right, and he got tired. Okay, so let's see, 2 and 4, Acts 2 and 4, and there were all filled with the Holy Ghost and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. Get this, and the people that was there began to speak with other languages. Like I told you, the word glossia means other language. Or glossa means other language. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that was the miracle. Okay, and you get ready to see. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. So, people from all over, devout men, people of the Most High, from every nation, you know, because a lot of our people necessarily didn't live in Jerusalem. They lived in different places, like Elam or whatever, in Saudi Arabia and some other places. But they traveled to come home to Israel to honor what the law said for them to do, to bring the offering. Okay, that's basically what's going on here. It's Shabbat, you know what I'm saying? It's commanded to. And I'll show you that here in a second in Deuteronomy. So this is Acts chapter 2 verse 6. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because every man heard them speak in his own language. Now you see that every man heard him speak in his own language. In his own language. So nobody was up here doing no mumbo jumbo and coming on a Honda and all this, and a Hyundai, green Hyundai, and shakalaka and all this stuff that be going on today. You know what I'm saying? These people understood. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't no falling down drunk in the spirit. You see some churches sitting up there laughing and stuff, talking about they drunk in the spirit. No, you drunk in something, but it might be a spirit, but it ain't the Most High of Yah spirit. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people really need to dismiss themselves with that foolishness right there, because it said every man heard them in his own language. So it wasn't no unknown stuff going around. Okay, now the 7th verse. Now that we got that talked down, it says, and there were all amazed and all marveled, saying to one another, behold, are not these who speak Galileans? So they saying, hey man, aren't you I'm from, because it tell you that the devout men, which travel from other countries, you know what I'm saying? Because see, when you, that's just like right now. Let's say, for instance, I'm here in America, but I go home to Israel. Okay, the miracle is I speak English when I'm over there. You know, okay, that's my language over here, but when I go over there, the miracle is I understand it, and no, I had to do it the other way. I'm sorry. This say, for instance, I live in Israel, right? I got it backwards. I'm sorry. I live in Israel. Okay. But the miracle is, let's say sometime I go to the States. And when I come to Israel, I speak a prophecy in English. Or maybe I got it backwards. Oh, man, I don't know. Y'all got to forgive me on this. I'm going to be tired. But anyway, these people lived in foreign languages, foreign places, and the people that was there in Israel were speaking the languages that they speak back home. Okay, that's it. That's a better way of saying it, because I confuse myself. So I say again, these people were from different places like Elam, which would be Saudi Arabia. See, when they back home, they have to speak in that language. But when they got to Jerusalem, the ones that don't leave, that live there all the time, was able to speak to them in their tongue. Okay, that was the miracle. Okay, 2 and 8. And how hear we every man in our own language, in our own tongue. Okay, all language. wherein we were born. So he's saying, how can these people, that ain't left Israel, speak Arabic, for instance, and they haven't left Israel? Okay, the Parthians and the Medes was modern day Iran, and the Elamites was part of what we would call the Saudis, and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia. Man, there's even more and more places. You know what I'm saying? So all these languages, I'm not going into every last one of them. Okay, the Cretes and the Greeks and all this, you know what I'm saying? And the Arabians, do we hear speak in our tongues the wonderful works of the Most High? So these people that travel heard the peoples that's living in Israel speak the languages where they're from. That was the miracle. Okay. And they were all amazed and were in doubt, saying to one another, what meaneth this? Okay. So that the ones that heard in their own languages, they were saying, man, what is this? They were amazed. You know what I'm saying? How could this happen? Okay, they're getting a prophecy from the Most High. Okay, now the others, this is a different people in verse 13 than those that come from the language to the land, from other lands to pay homage. Okay, it said, others mocking said, others mocking said, these men are all full of new wine. So the problem with them, they didn't hear the prophecy. Okay, they wasn't a part. They didn't get the prophecy to come through them. They didn't get the spirit come upon them. So they was mocking because they didn't know what was going on. Okay, this is taught something totally different. This is why you have people talking about they drunk in the spirit in some churches, talking about like they with wine. You ought to see them. They be all dazed out and stuff, like they really drunk. Talking about they drunk in the spirit. Okay, if you really understand this, the others that they didn't hear, the ones that's mocking, they didn't get the prophecy. They didn't get the understanding. So they was saying that these people must be drunk. But the people that the miracle was going to, they heard. Okay, but Kipha, or Peter in the English, standing up with the 11, lift up his voice and said unto them, ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell in Jerusalem, be it known unto you, and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken, as ye suppose, seeing it is the 3rd hour of the day. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Anybody drunk? It's too early. But this is that which spoke of by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And of my servants and of my handmaidens will I pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. Okay, you can get this in Joel. What is it? Joel, what? Let's see. Should be Joel. I was thinking I could find it real quick. Joel. I might have to owe you that, but I can find it. It's in the book of Joel where he's quoting out of. Alright, let's go to Deuteronomy 16. Deuteronomy 16 and the 10th verse. Because people take this whole situation and make it like it's something else. They drunk in the spirit and shabba coming on 100, y'all seen them. Okay, everywhere the men heard in their own language. Okay, nobody did not understand. See how the church can take something and just make some foolery. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway. Okay, this is still dealing with It's still dealing. 7 weeks. This is do no work. Okay, this is 9. Deuteronomy 16:9. 7 weeks thou shalt number unto thee, and begin the number of 7 weeks. From such time thou beginnest to put the sickle to the corn. So since they put the sickle to the corn harvest, you know what I'm saying? They count 7 weeks. Okay, which will give you the Feast of Weeks, or what some people call Pentecost or Shabbat. Okay, thou shalt keep the Feast of Weeks unto the Most High thy Elohim, with a tribute of a freewill offering of thy hand, which thou shalt give unto the Most High, according to the as the Most High thy Elohim has blessed thee. So I'm gonna read it just flat out. And he shall keep the Feast of Weeks unto the Lord thy God, with a tribute of a free will offering of thine hand, which thou shalt give unto the Lord thy God, according to the Lord thy God hath blessed thee. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to do. So this is what we're supposed to do right here. The last verse, Exodus 34 and 22, or Shemot, chapter 34, verse 22. And thou shalt observe the Feast of Weeks, and the first fruit of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the year's end. It is also being it is also being given here all over the Bible. Okay, thrice or 3 times in a year thou shall all your children appear before the Most High thy Elohim. So this is one of the times that you do this. You know, that you commanded to come. Okay, you commanded to come at the Feast of Weeks. Okay, first fruits, and the Feast of Ingathering. Okay, which is a fall feast. 3 times are you supposed to come before the Most High, guaranteed. So that's just basically a little general history of Shabbat, or some people call it Pentecost. Okay, which is today, and I try to show the history of it and without going, and I try to speak on all levels, but people understand, but a lot of foolishness come off this day. That Acts chapter 2, but I know y'all saw it beyond a shadow of a doubt that the men understood in their own language. It's not what's given today, and a lot of this foolishness, My thing is, we have to come back to the Creator and correct all those things we grew up with that's not right, that's wrong. They're not facts in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I try to show truth. I try to show you what the words say. You know what I'm saying? It's not about popular opinion. I really try not to be. You can offend somebody, not trying to offend somebody. You know what I'm saying? And if you take it to offense, then hey, you got to take that to the Most High. That's what that word say. And you need to bring that back to your preacher, because there ain't no way what's in a lot of these churches is given. Now I have seen in my time someone speak in what they say so-called tongues, but they were speaking Hebrew, and they don't normally speak Hebrew. So with that, I understood. Okay, so it has happened. You know what I'm saying? But most of this stuff is foolish. Everything. Just checking on the time. But today is the Most High Sabbath day. So I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom to everybody. It's my 3rd time today with a message, you know what I'm saying? Put in full-time work today, you know what I'm saying? And I thank the Most High for giving me this power and the strength, because I like to keep my promises to the Most High, and I like not to get too lax, because it's easy to get lazy in society when you're doing so much, and the Most High have you to do your job, but at the same time, Satan keep you busy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work, and you gotta deal with all kind of stuff that sometimes stuff break. You gotta go fix stuff, and just a lot in it. But at the end of the day, we still gotta do what we call to do. And like I said, it's an honor and a privilege. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I enjoyed today, you know, spending with the Most High and giving, and just keeping our heritage, you know what I'm saying? You know, having that wheat, you know what I'm saying? A fine flour, you know, and participating in the day, you know, it's a beautiful thing, you know, and like I said, you know, keep these feasts. These feasts are Old and New Testament. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be blessed. So, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. It's Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. In the ancient Hebrew, it's Shema, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh, God. I thank everybody that have, you know, listened to me and have heard and have you know, receive, you know, understanding and things of that nature. All praise to the Most High, Elohim, thy God, or thy power, as we say in English. Sometimes we just say power, and, you know, keep putting some of these pagan titles on the Creator. So I want y'all to have a blessed rest of your day. Rest of your first day is almost going into the second day. You know, but I want y'all to have a blessed day. And y'all keep it holy. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.